Hello everyone, I am Aditya and I am here to talk about iterative statements in a programming language. Basically, iterative statements is also called looping statements in Java, and in this video we will particularly talk about for loop in Java. So let's start. So first of all, we will have to know that what is a loop. Now, in computer science, for loop is control flow statement for specifying iteration which allows code to be executed repeatedly. Now, if we have to print numbers from 1 to 10, then we can write in Java as sopln1, sopln2 till 10. But what if we have to write till 100? This is a very tough job. Looping make this job easier. We only have to decide the conditions, the increment or decrement, and the results, and it will repeat the statement for a fixed number of times. Now, a loop is of three types: while loop, for loop, and do while loop. In this video, we will talk about for loop. Now, a for loop is a looping control structure in Java that repeats a set of defined statements. Now, this is very important. Defined statements for a finite number of times. Again, this is also very important, finite number, because a for loop has a fixed number of iterations. It is an entry controlled loop because it checks the condition, then only it executes the statement. So this is another point to be noted. Now, a flowchart for a for loop. This shows the working of a for loop. Suppose first of all it has initialization. In this, we take a variable and initialize it to a minimum or a maximum value according to your need. Then it goes on condition checking. Condition checking means you have specified a condition and the program is going to check those conditions, and after that it will execute the statements. Now, it will check the condition. If it is true, then it will execute the statements. If it is false, then it will end. Now, if it is true, the statements will be executed. After that, it will go to increment or decrement part. Here, the loop variable will be updated according to your condition specified. And after that, again, it will check the condition. If the condition is true, it will execute the statements. Otherwise, it will end the loop. Now, like this only the for loop works, and it is very simple in Java. It is the basic things that you should know if you are a beginners in a Java programming language. Now, parts of a for loop. Parts of a for loop. Now, first of all, initialization. It's not the condition, it is written here by mistake, so sorry. Now, initialization. Here we initialize the variable in use. For a loop, we take a variable and initialize it to a value according to which the loop will run. It marks the start of loop. An already declared variable can be used, or a variable can be declared local to loop only. Now, testing conditions. It is used for testing the exit condition of the for loop. Like in the previous, here we have shown condition checking. This is called testing conditions. It must return a boolean value. Now boolean value always returns either true or false. If the test condition is true, then it will execute the value, or it will execute the statements, and if it is false, then it will terminate the loop. Now, statement execution. This is very simple, as if the test condition is true, the statements will be executed, and if the test condition is false, the loop will be terminated. Increment and decrement. It is used for updating the variable for next iteration. Iterations means loop here. Updating the variable. It updates the variable for a next processing of the loop. Now, loop termination. When the condition becomes false, the loop terminates, marking the end of life cycle. Now if the test condition is false, then it will not execute the statement of execution. and the loop will be terminated. Now syntax, this is a general format of how we should write for loop. Now for initialization, here we initialize the value. Now we test the conditions. It is separated by semicolon and increment and or decrement. After that the loop will come here, statements will be executed, and then it will go again to this here. The variable will be updated. From here it will go to the testing condition, then the updated variable, the conditions will be checked, and again the statements will be executed. From here again it will go to increment or decrement. The variable will be updated, the variable will be tested, and again the statements will be executed. Now this is how the loop works. This is the working of the loop. For example, for int I is equal to 1, here we have initialized the value, that is the I. We have taken an integer variable I and initialized it to 1. I should be less than equal to 10. This is the testing condition that we have put here, and I++, this is increment, and system.out.println I. The value of I, that is 1 to 10, it will print from 1 to 10. 1 to 10, this is the output. Now some results on for loop. Time delay loop. When there is no statements in the loop block, then the loop will be executed unnecessarily. This is called the time delay loop or empty loop. Now we have initialized a loop, but there is no statements that is to be executed. So a loop from here will come to this side, again it will go to here, and it will continue till the value of I becomes 100. Now mainly for a small time. Or we can write this as, here we can put semicolon, that is, this marks the end of loop. It will execute here, that means it will update its value till 100, and then it will be terminated. Now it will move on to the next statements that are in the Java program. Infinite loop. Now from the word infinite we understand that there is no fixed number of times that the loop runs. Now for a definition, when the loop runs for an infinite number of times and do not stop itself due to the absence of step variable or test condition. Now this is very important, due to the absence of step variable or test condition. Here there is no test condition, that is, the loop, the value of I will be increased, but there is no condition that will check the value of I, that is, the value of I will be increased infinitely and the program will be stuck here, that is, it will not come out of the loop. Now absence of step variable. I have written here int I is equal to 1 semicolon I is less than 10. Now I have not put any step variable here. Step variable means the increment or decrement. I have not put any increment like this. I have not put here any. Now what will happen? The value of I will not be increased or decreased, and it will never reach 10, or it will not be increased or decreased, that the value of I will remain 1 for an infinite number of times. Now these are the two results on loop, that is for loop. Now thanks for watching my video. If you do like this video, please like and share, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Now if you have any question, then you can comment me in the comment box. I will clear your doubts. Now I have already made the videos on while loop and do while loop, and the links are in description, so go ahead and watch. Thank you.